Hey everyone, Cam here, and today we're going to master the GTN 650Xi in just 5 minutes. If you've flown with the original GTN 650, you're already halfway there. However, the Xi brings a faster processor, a brighter and sharper display, and a few additional safety features that we'll cover along the way. By the end of this video, you'll know how to handle frequency changes, do basic navigation, and build a simple flight plan. Then we will end by talking about Smart Glide, which is one of my favorite features of this unit. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump in. The GTN 650 integrates a bright and responsive touchscreen with a few critical buttons and knobs. On the left side, you've got the volume knob. Turning this knob allows you to adjust the COM volume, and you can push it to enable or disable the auto squelch feature. Also, if you ever get in a bind, just press and hold this button to automatically bring the emergency frequency, 121.5, right into your active COM slot. Now the home button has been relocated on the Xi, bringing it down closer to the direct to button for easier access. Push the home button at any time to access the home screen, and you can access the default nav screen by pushing and holding it. Below that is the direct to button, which we will cover here in a second. On the bottom right, the dual concentric knob handles the page shortcuts and frequency changes. With the page shortcuts feature highlighted, turn the large diameter portion of the knob to quickly toggle between critical screens. These screens can be changed in the settings, so no worries if you don't like the default configuration. Now, you can push the knob once to highlight the standby COM frequency. Now you can use the large diameter portion of the knob to adjust the nearest hold number, and the small diameter portion to adjust the number to the right of the decimal point. When it's time to make that frequency active, just push and hold the knob to flip-flop your standby frequency into the active pane. You can also tap the standby frequency pane to open the frequency entry screen. From here, just type in a frequency and press enter to retain it in standby or transfer to make it instantly active. And the monitor button is nice for monitoring ATIS without running the risk of missing a call from center or approach. It's also worth mentioning that if you don't know what frequency you need, just look it up in the frequency finder. It's that simple. If you want to use this unit for basic navigation, press the direct to button, type in your desired waypoint, and press activate. You'll see a magenta course line appear on the main map in the CDI. Just follow that to your destination and you're good to go. One of the major improvements of the Xi over the earlier model is the addition of the Glide Range Ring and Best Glide Airport Indicator. The Glide Range Ring gives you a real-time visual of how far you can glide in the event of an engine failure. It factors in your aircraft's glide ratio, your altitude, and the current winds in the calculation, ensuring accuracy. Within that ring, the Best Glide Airport Indicator points you to the most suitable airport for landing, eliminating the guesswork so you can focus on flying the airplane. Now let's talk about flight planning, one of the major strengths of the GTN lineup. From the home screen, tap Flight Plan. You'll need at least an origin and a destination, but press Add Waypoint, enter the identifiers in order, and they will sequence appropriately. Tap on a waypoint to remove it, load a procedure, or activate that specific leg. You can also activate a flight plan from any screen by pressing the Direct To button, clicking on the FPL page, and then choosing the desired leg to activate. Remember to keep your flight plan simple: origin, destination, and any fixes along the way. The GTN 650Xi will handle the sequencing from there. Now let's talk about one of the biggest upgrades in the Xi lineup. Smart Glide is Garmin's emergency glide assist system that is designed to help you out in the event of an engine failure. With just one touch, either by pressing and holding the Direct To button or through the touchscreen, the system springs into action. Here's what goes on behind the scenes. It automatically identifies the nearest reachable airport based off your aircraft's performance and current altitude. It also displays a magenta line to the airport and removes all non-essential information from the screen, just displaying your distance from the airport and current AGL altitude. Finally, it loads the tower or CTAF frequency in your standby slot for easy access. As you descend, you'll see the glide range ring start to change to compensate for the loss of altitude, and the Best Glide Airport Indicator will remain visible. Here's the best part. If you have a connected GFC 500 or 600 autopilot, Smart Glide will engage this system, automatically pitching you for best glide speed and navigating you to the appropriate airfield. The goal of this system isn't to replace pilot decision-making, but aid in reducing workflow during a high-stress event, specifically so you can focus on running checklists. Since we have a little extra time, let's run through some of my other favorite utilities built into the Garmin GTN 650Xi. The VNAV utility will assist in calculating your top of descent. Just program it and follow what it says to arrive at your target altitude exactly when you need. The trip planner helps with calculating ETE, and the fuel planning utility ensures that you have enough fuel reserves for that leg. The true airspeed, density, altitude, and winds aloft utility will help you calculate just that. which is super handy for if you need to give a PIRAP. And that's the Garmin GTN 650Xi, a faster, sharper evolution of one of the most capable navigators ever built. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more, be sure to check out my full-length GTN 650Xi tutorial for an in-depth walkthrough of every feature. I'm Cameron Carr, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.